I am going to be training you today on 4 ways to build your real estate empire. And if you follow my instruction in the next couple of years from now, you probably will be one of those real estate millionaires in your neighborhood. How? Okay, I've been able to do it. So everything I'm going to be teaching you today are things I've done, things I've tasted, and things that I've handled. They are not they're exclusively my copyright. Okay, they're not something I found in a book and I'm trying to teach you. I am myself a realtor. We have about 6 estates at the moment, and we're growing to 200 by the year 2035. And I started real estate business with 0 naira. Yes, 0 naira. So how? I'm going to be sharing with you. Okay, how you too can do what I did, the steps I took, the processes that got me to where I am today. I'm going to show you everything. So how many of you are excited about that? If you're excited, type I'm excited. Okay, it's very early here in Dallas. I'm in the city of Dallas. I'm leaving for New York this morning. Unfortunately, I'm down with malaria. I've been down with malaria for like 3 days now, and I just keep moving. In fact, if I can do anything to avoid going to New York today, I'm going to do it. But unfortunately, I have a speaking engagement where also the vice president will be speaking and several other top leaders in Nigeria. And it's been planned ahead of time. The organizers will not be happy if I don't show up. So guys, you need to pray for me that this malaria leaves me alone. So this is the flyer. Let me see. Can you guys see the flyer of the event? If you can see it up, I can see it. Okay, it's the Nigerian Youth in Diaspora Engagement Forum in New York, holding at the at Nigerian House, starting by 12 noon today. So if you're in New York, you can even join us for this event. The vice president will be there, Shehu Sani, Honorable Abike Dabiri, Dayo Israel, Fela Dotoye, and my humble self. My topic is, let me see my own particular flyer. My own topic is, yes, I'll be speaking to Nigerian youth in diaspora on how to leverage on opportunities back at home. Okay, how they can leverage on opportunities back at home. So that's my own session that I'm going to be doing alongside the, alongside with the vice president of Nigeria. It's going to be a great event, and by the grace of God, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time, and it promises to be an exciting moment, a life-transforming event that you guys don't want to miss for anything in the world. But today, back to what I'm going to be teaching on. I'm teaching you guys on 4 ways to build your real estate empire. Okay. Thank you so much. Akintayo Temitope says, you are healed in Jesus' name. Amen. Cynthia Soma says, you are healed in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you all for praying for me. I'm grateful. Usually, whenever I come to the US, I normally come with anti-malaria drug, just to be sure, because they don't have malaria here in the US. It is also in Nigeria that have malaria. Okay, they don't have malaria in the US, and it didn't even, you hardly can even just get the drug, the malaria drug, anywhere in the US. So that's even the challenging part for me now. That it's tough to even get malaria drugs like we normally get it in Nigeria. It's pretty tough, pretty tough. So, in fact, it's a serious matter, guys. It's a serious matter. Okay, let's get back to the conversation for today. Those of you who are in Lagos who want to join me, can I give you a link to be able to join me using a link? Let me give you a link you can use to join this video. Okay, I think I've posted it, but let me bring it down. So if anybody from the Lagos office, because we are doing this training both from Nigerian office too, so people are joining us from Nigeria and from different parts of Nigeria. Okay, if you can see the link, this is for the Nigerian team who are joining us live for this training to be able to join us. Adewale Shitu says he wished me quick recovery. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. But hey, I still have to get to New York because I've promised the organizers I'm going to be there. So I have to make sure that I'm there at the event live. And once I promise somebody something, I'll just try my best to make sure I deliver. And I'm going to do my best to see that I deliver that. Okay, I'm waiting for Nigerian office to join me so that I can also pull them up. So let's start. Is everything perfect? If you can hear me, if the sound is clear, if the audio is clear, if everything is perfect, just type perfect so that I can go straight into the conversation itself. Okay? If everything is clear and perfect, can you just type perfect? It's clear. So that I can go into the conversation itself. Okay. PM says perfect. Okay. Who else? Perfect. If it's perfect, let's know. Perfect. Perfect. If it's perfect, let's know. Okay. Let's know if it's perfect. Who else? If you are seeing me and everything is okay, just let me know, because I want to make sure that we're all cool, we're all good, and everybody can see me very well. Okay, so again, if everything is going very well, just keep typing perfect. So that helps me to come live. So all of you who are joining us from Lagos, I really want to appreciate you all. Some of you came all the way, you saw the invitation to come and you have come. There are two kinds of people: those who waste their time and those who invested. Most of those who waste their time, what do they waste their time doing? They watch Nollywood. Okay, I can tell you that more than 80% of those who are supposed to be here but are not here, the only reason they didn't show up is not because they had a better thing to do. Some of them prefer their Nollywood movie. No, true story. You know, they prefer one particular TV show. And that's why poverty continues. When you look at some of the richest people in the world, they are very serious about their lives and destiny. And that's why they make progress. That's also why it's not fair for you to look at a rich man and think he's lucky. There's nothing like that. Here am I, for example, I'm currently down with malaria. I barely had 5 hours sleep today. I'm having to still travel to New York despite my health condition. Rich people go extra mile. One of the secrets I tell people, I said, the secret of rich people or successful people is that they do what their mates are not doing, so that in future they'll be able to afford what their mates cannot afford. That's just the truth. That's why never ye envy a successful man. He has paid his dues. Like somebody will say, I deserve some accolade. I paid my dues. I paid in full. But it's just the truth. Successful people have paid their dues. They've paid in full, right? When I used to do trainings in the US and I charged $500, I remember some people will abuse me and say it's too expensive. If indeed I want to help people, why am I charging money for the training? Okay? When I started again, I said, okay, this particular trip, I'm going to make it free. I did some videos again, same poor people. You see, that's why you can't please poor people. Some of them again started talking and say, go out, it's people in Nigeria that need your help the most. And what Nigerians don't know, and they think I'm one of them. This is my third vacation this year. What Nigerians don't know is that many people in Nigeria and diaspora are deceiving you. They do a $10 an hour job, a $20 an hour job. It's credit card. Once I have Social Security, I can apply for a credit card and I can be able to buy a brand new car, brand new Toyota car. I can move into it once I don't mess up the credit. And that's what most people leverage on. You don't know. You think they are rich. You think everybody in the US has plenty money. And that's why you say an average Nigerian wants to disappear. Okay? And just want to disappear and then run back to the US or the UK. I can't live here. I'm here for training. And once I'm done, end of the month, I'm back in Nigeria. You know, I do trainings all over the world, but nothing can make me stop living in Nigeria. Yes, we have challenges. You know, we have seen a lot. Yes, Nigerian democracy itself, wala day. Yes, but there is plenty money in Nigeria. I became a billionaire in asset by living in Nigeria and investing in Nigeria and choosing to stay in Nigeria. You can't experience that anywhere else in the world. And even right now, we are privileged to now be invited by Nigerians in diaspora to now begin to educate people who are even in diaspora to say, how can you make money? How can, instead of you just working for money here? Because whether you, before you know it, if you are living in the US or UK, and I know some of you are watching from diaspora, if you are not careful, before you know it, ladies and gentlemen, you are 60. Nothing tangible. Your 401k cannot take you home, cannot really help you to retire. And it's part of what we share, that real estate is the only tangible retirement plan. Again, let nobody deceive you. Okay? Real estate is the only viable retirement plan. Okay? If you are really serious about, I want to have a retirement plan, it's real estate. Yesterday, I did a training here in Dallas, and a man shared his story. You know, he said to me, Mr. Stephen, I bought a land in Lagos for 70,000 naira years ago. This man is in Dallas here. He came to my training with his wife. I said, Mr. Stephen, you won't believe that what I bought for 70,000 naira is now going for 12 million. 12 million. Now, tell me any better retirement plan that is. Even if you have to change 12 million to dollars, it's still good money. It's still good money. 70,000 naira, $12. So I tell Nigerians in diaspora, the best retirement plan is to buy properties. Just look for genuine. In life, the presence of a fake person, there is always, the only reason why you have a fake person is because there's an original. You can't have a counterfeit of something that doesn't have an original. Okay? You can only have a counterfeit of something that have what? An original. And that's just the truth. I keep telling people. You can only have a counterfeit of something that have an original. And it's very, very important. Okay? But you can do very well. It's up to you what you want to do with your life. But it is very possible. You can turn your life around. You can make progress. You can make good income for yourself. And you can become very, very successful. It's up to you. What do you want? Okay? It's up to you guys. So, are you ready for me? If you're ready, can you type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. If you guys are ready, can you let me know? I am ready, I'm ready. Just type, I'm ready if you're ready for me. Let's rock it. Okay? Let's rock it. Let's go, guys. Let's go, people. If you're ready, type, I am ready. Okay? If you're ready, type, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Okay? If you're ready, type, I'm ready. Type, I'm ready. Type, I'm ready. Type, I'm ready. Okay? Type, I'm ready. I'm waiting for you guys because I want this to be very interactive. I'm waiting. I'm also trying to download my slide here. Okay. But if you're ready for me, just type, I'm ready. So I'm going to start by playing this video for you guys on YouTube. Okay. It's a video by somebody I respect so much when it comes to real estate, Pastor Paul Adefarasi. He talks a lot about real estate. He's a top real estate investor, even though people know him to be a pastor. He has so much real estate investment everywhere. And it's even one of the things I keep saying, that some of the pastors we are admiring, they are entrepreneurs. So it's not just tithe and offering they are relying on. They have other ways of making good money for themselves. One of the best places to buy land in the whole world, the best place to buy land in the whole world in terms of value, is right here in Lagos, Nigeria. The most expensive land in the world is right here in Ikoyi and Banana Islands. Are you aware of that? That's not conjecture. That's fact. That's economic fact. Lagos is growing by 6,000 people daily. That's nearly 2 million people every year. That means that land is becoming scarce. That means if you buy land today, tomorrow your land is going to be worth very much money. Now, you may not be. Are you guys able to see my screen? Right now, but please go to Ejibo. Are you able to see my screen? Go and buy land somewhere quickly. Okay, let me show you. Because I'm going to start it all over again. God transfers wealth by giving. Sixth level of wealth is property, physical assets, real estate, property, things, assets. Assets. That includes real estate. One of the best places to buy land in the whole world, in fact, the best place to buy land in the whole world in terms of value, is right here in Lagos, Nigeria. The most expensive land in the world is right here in Ikoyi and Banana Island. Are you aware of that? That's not conjecture. That's fact. That's economic fact. Lagos is growing by 6,000 people daily. That's nearly 2 million people every year. That means that land is becoming scarce. That means if you buy land today, tomorrow your land is going to be worth very much money. Now, you may not be able to afford Banana Island or Ikoyi right now, but please go to Ejibo, Iriakari, Egbeda, Sanusi, Shangisha. Go and buy land somewhere quickly. Because God transfers wealth by giving you land. And over a period of time, after you bought the land, he increases the value of the land, because you being on that land, you're adding value to it. And as a result, more people want to come. Anytime there's a major wealth transfer in the Bible, he gives the people he's transferring wealth to land. He gave Israel land. The occupants there were just storekeepers. The Girgashites, the Ammonites, the Amorites, until Israel came. Yeah? Glory to God. I said glory to God. You will be a landowner. If you believe it, say amen. You must become a landowner. Amen. You have nothing in terrestrial terms unless you have land. My father bought land for something like £2,000 nearly 50 years ago on Victoria Island. It was his federal government allocation, or Lagos State government allocation on Akintayo. From the revenue generated from building that house for free, because he built it, G-Kaba built it for him and collected the rent for 5 or 10 years, and that was the payment for the house. That house, or the 2 houses that he built there, paid my education and my brother's education in the finest schools in the world. Yeah? You know, it's easier for God to anoint education than it is for him to anoint illiteracy. Think about it. After I paid my education and generated revenue, my family decided they were going to liquidate the property. And they liquidated it. And the value that came to me in my own equity was phenomenal. From £2,000. 50 years ago, it provided for me nearly the value of $1 million. God wants to bless you with a kind of miracle that will make you speak in tongues. Because you can't explain it, nor can you define the goodness of God. You don't know what land you buy today for peanuts that will be millions tomorrow. For your children to inherit. With a city that's exploding so massively as far as population is concerned, today we're buying land and there's hardly any land to buy. Tomorrow we'll be buying only floors like they do in New York. And what land costs today, floors will cost tomorrow. And there'll be 100 floors, 50 floors, 20 floors. And if you own the land underneath all those floors, you're multiplying increase for your children. They'll be kissing your photograph whilst you've been in the grave for 5 generations. Say, oh, we bless God for great-great-great-great-grandpa. Whilst your bones are rotting in the Ikoyi cemetery and your spirit is dancing on streets of gold. Yeah. So number 1, level, wisdom. Number 2, vision.
Number 3, level of wealth, information. Number 4, reputation. Number 5, relationships. Number 6, real property or assets. Number 7, money. Everybody needs some moolah. Can't buy cornflakes without money. That jacket is going to cost you something. That house is going to cost you something. Money is necessary. Money is the least valuable of the 7, but nevertheless, it is of significance. Everybody needs some. Ask 3 people, you got some money? And then ask them again, what kind of money you got? The other thing that transfers in any major transfer is assets and real property. When you get land, it means God is securing your future, because real estate doesn't just secure today, it secures tomorrow. My father bought land, as I told you earlier, for nothing, and it was not of much value then. But 50 years later, it's worth billions. What you buy today for millions will be worth billions half a century from now, maybe even less, with the kind of population explosion that we have. Victoria Island, nobody wanted to buy land there. It was marsh. It was reclaimed land. But 50 years later, it's worth, that property with building on is worth $1 billion. We bought 25 for 25 million naira 10 years ago. House on the Rock bought just under 10 acres of property on the Lekki Peninsula for our worship site. We built one building, we're going to build 3 other buildings there. Today, without the brick and mortar on it, that land by the valuers is valued at 3 billion naira. You should thank God I'm your pastor. In other words, we've created an asset base with 10-year differential of 3 billion naira with just 25 million naira. When you put the building on it and it's finished and furnished, they tell me that the value will at least be 10 billion naira. Today, what about 50 years from now? And then you tell us that we will not be a major player in the economy. In fact, the fact that we are there has raised the value of all the other properties in the area. Because we are a market of 50,000 people attending service in a 24-hour period between Saturday night and Sunday evening. So the value of everything there is going to go up. LCC came and said to us, you are the major destination on the Lekki Expressway. I said, we? Look at somebody telling you have no idea who you are.
I have no idea who you are.
Go and buy land and go and buy quickly. Because without land, you are not really a power base. Without gifted people.
Okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm told that my people in the office are ready to join us now. Okay, so
did you ever wonder if this? You ever wonder how?
Okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm told that say hi, just say hello. Are ready to join us now. If you are, that's also taking place in Lagos. We have people watching us live from Lagos. We just want them to say hi. Okay, so this training is hybrid, where, like I told you, some of you are watching us online. We have some watching us at our head office. Okay, I want them to say hi. Some of you watching us, say hello. I want them to say hi. Okay, so this training is hybrid, where, like I told you, some of you are watching us online. I think time lag is affecting things. So I'm just going to mute them. Let me see if I can mute those from Lagos. So I just want you guys from Lagos to say hello. Just wave your hands. Okay, because your own audio is affecting us. Can you just wave your hands and say hello? Okay, those of you from Lagos, just wave your hand. I've muted those in Lagos. I intentionally just wave because your own noise is entering here. I just need you guys to wave. Those of you watching from Lagos, just wave. Oh, good, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, great. It's good to have you all here, and thank you for joining. Now, before I go into the 4 steps I told you I'm going to be teaching you, 4 practical steps to building your real estate empire is what I want to focus this conversation on. I'm trying to look for a video testimonial of one of our students who invested with us. She's based here in the US. As a matter of fact, she's the one hosting me in Minnesota. So I'm speaking in different cities in the US, New York. I still have a private meeting on Sunday in New York. I have a meeting in we have a meeting in Houston, Texas. We also have in Maryland. We have in Omaha, Nebraska. So it's a tour of different cities. You see why I need to, you guys need to pray for me. I need to recover very fast. Okay, because I need to be able to perform and speak at all these various meetings that I have across different parts of the US. And then I round up my training with the one in Dubai. Okay, and so those are my various trainings. Let me also say here that as a smart investor, always understand what we call company's terms and conditions. Okay, it's very, very important that you understand it. If you're buying a product from a company, you need to know what are the terms and conditions. Thank you so much for those of you who are saying I should get well quickly. So there are some products by some companies that are not refundable. Okay, if you buy, they don't refund you. It's their terms and conditions. Now, if you don't know that, and then you want to come and begin to make noise on social media, it doesn't work that way. Okay, we have some products we sell, and what we say is that, look, we don't do refund on this product, but if you are not interested, we can give you another product worth that equivalent. And it's very, very important that you understand that. Okay, we can give you another equivalent for that product, but to say you want refund, we don't do it. And it's important that we as Nigerians learn to follow terms and conditions and play with terms and conditions. There's nothing called hidden. His own was verbal. Me, I always say it. Even I did a training yesterday in Dallas. I personally said it, no refund. You buy my video, I don't do refund for you. You buy my coaching program, I don't do refunds for you. It's very, very clear. You know, but Africans need to step up, okay? Because we have a way of blackmailing each other, of thinking we can come on social media. And I'm just one of those people that, I mean, if you like whatever you feel like saying, you're free to say it. It's your opinion, right? I'm guided by my conscience. Now, I'm just going to show you a company now in Nigeria. This is Jumia. Okay, I'm going to show you their terms and conditions. No refund, but you can replace. Okay, so we are also that way, and we make it very clear. Now, someone may say that sometimes the terms and conditions are not clear. Yes, for a big e-commerce company, for a big company, I think it's important to make sure that there's no way Jumia can put this on front of their screen. So this is Jumia terms and conditions now. Okay, it's very clear. You can exchange the money for something else, but you can't get it back. And these are now why are Nigerians always going through this? Because many of us are not entrepreneurs. We don't even understand the principles that govern businesses. Okay, and that's why many of us are not even successful. Okay, and that's why many of us go through some challenges also. So Victor Okeke, again, You have communicated with our office several times. You've chatted them up several times. They've told you several times. You know our office address. You've been there. You've communicated with different staff. Stop coming on my wall, okay? I'm going to block you right now. Don't come on my wall again. The terms are clear. The terms have been made very clear to you. Don't come on my wall again. And I've told you again. Okay? If you still have more arguments, take it with the office. You can even take the company to court, right? And these are that's one of the big advantages of businesses. I know you have come in form of Mandy or whatever you have called yourself. Okay? Leave my wall alone. Go on several other platforms and talk. I've said it to you several times. You are free to come to our office. You're free to have conversation with our team, but don't come on my wall and start disturbing my meetings. I've been trying to, over time, try to attend to you, but I'm not going to attend to you again. Trust me. If you talk to me again, I'm not going to attend to you. I just had to do this out of courtesy. Okay? So feel free, go to the office. I mean, this is business transaction. Go and talk to them, but they have made it clear to you. You can pick up another product. There's other video trainings. There are other products and services you can pick up any day, anytime. That's the beauty of doing business with a company. One of the things I always tell people, I say, why it is good to do business with a company, okay, is because when you are doing business with a company, you can hold them. You can go to court. You can, if you have a case, you can go to court. You can, I mean, that's the beauty of doing business with a company. I don't like doing business with one man. And I tell people that. I rather want to do business with you. I want to know you're a registered company. I want to know you have an office. I want to know that there are things I can take once I have my own right. Everybody has a right. You have your legal right. If you think a company has not been fair to you, you can sue them. You can do whatever you feel like. I mean, that's why they're a registered company. But let's stop this social media blackmail. Let's stop all this social media bullying. It does not make sense. It's senseless. It doesn't help anybody's business. Okay? It doesn't help anybody's business. Okay? It doesn't. And can I shock you how much he's talking about? 60,000 naira. Okay? It doesn't help. Okay? So, you know, it's important. And I'm going to can somebody in the office there block this Mandy guy? He has created another account calling himself Mandy. Block the guy. I mean, let's do things as civilized. This is one of the reasons why many of the politicians in Nigeria, do you know how many wealthy people in Nigeria always go around with police and go around with people and then oppress people? Because they realize that once you are successful, people want to think that the next thing to do is to blackmail you. That's the point. If only I can blackmail him, if only I can go on social media and say he's holding my money. And I'm not such a person. I mean, I'm a digital marketing consultant. Last election, I consulted for Jonathan, for Buhari, for Ambode. So you cannot blackmail me because I'm going to say my own point clearly. Okay, so you guys should stop it. And Victor and Co, stop it. It won't pay you. You know, it won't work with you. Okay, so don't bother. Okay, don't bother. Okay, so but generally going forward, let's move on. But generally going forward, I want to appeal to us as Africans. Let's follow companies. Let's understand policies. Let's understand processes. We don't need to think that if people have challenges with, I once had an issue with an airline here in the US. And I remember when they were telling me, sir, you have to leave here. You have to excuse us here and all of that. I told them, I said, you're going to hear from my lawyer. You know, and I contacted the lawyer. The lawyer said I didn't have a case because I came they told me that I must come 30 minutes before the closure. And I got there exactly 30 minutes. The lady attended to me quickly did not fix in my luggage. She did not fix it on time. Before you know it, they said the plane is, you know, I cannot check in again. And they will not do refund. I begged them, there was nothing. They said, and I said to them, rather than making a scene, and you know, American has a way of making you look foolish. So I noticed that when I was raising my voice, I started looking like a black guy who is the one looking foolish among everybody else. So I said to them, I said, you're going to hear from my lawyer. So I contacted the lawyer in the US. I said, I paid $500 for this ticket. I got there 30 minutes before, right? It was the lady who was gisting with her boyfriend who didn't get my stuff in on time and all of that. You know, but the lawyer said to me, based on their timer, Okay, the time they recorded that I came in is later than 30 minutes, and I should not bother. That will waste my money. I will still not get my $500 back. And I simple, but I think there's this energy with us as Africans. We want to protest. We want to fight it. We want to, even if it's 10,000 naira. You are a scammer. You are a thief. You must get it back. But I myself today, because I now do a lot of businesses in the US, I have about 5 companies in the US. I've learned to be patient. Okay, I read the terms and conditions. We don't do me refund. Some companies will tell you you can ask for a refund, maybe 30 days. Some will tell you 10 days. Some will tell you no refund. Okay, I've done several events because I do a lot of trainings in the US here in Sheraton. If you don't use the venue and you pay, they're not refunding you. It's up to you to say people didn't show up. And and if it's the Nigerian, we will argue it. But I didn't do the event, but I didn't use the venue. Well, you have signed. Okay, it's a training. You have us book the event for you. It's gone. Okay, so let's learn these things. I think it's very, very important. Companies have policies, they have processes. That's why they're able to pay salary of staff. That's how they're able to have workers. Okay, if everybody that comes for refund is the one they are giving refund to, they will not have a company to run anymore. They won't have anybody to work there. So let's learn that. Now, I haven't been distracted. Let's go back to our conversation. I intentionally had to, and I apologize to those of you that this guy also distracted because he just wasted our time. But I think sometimes it's important. And I keep saying this about poor people. This same issue happened to me when I was doing bulk SMS. Before God took my bulk SMS business to the next level, where people would buy SMS 5,000, 10,000, and they kept asking for refund all the time. If I don't credit them on time, you will see all manner of insults, all manner of you people are scammers, you people are this, you people are that. So I had an experience in some years back where I got a company to do a big transaction with me. Thank you, Sheyopo. She said she has reported him to Facebook. Thank you, Joe. Because it's invasion of people's privacy. What he has just done, he doesn't even know that it's not right. It's not legal. That's why a company is a legal entity. Okay, if you have an issue, take the company and stop disturbing the MDCU. If I have an issue with GT Bank, now I can't go and be posting on the MD of GT Bank's wall and begin to, it doesn't make sense. And we need to, again, this is why many successful people don't come on Facebook. They don't teach anybody on social media. Because it's just to understand that if you're not careful, people think that's the best way and that's the best place they want to come and manipulate you. And that's why sometimes you just don't even answer. But for me today, I had to answer him because if I didn't answer, some of you who are watching will not even know the nitty-gritty of the issue. And you would think that we have something to hide. You probably would think that he gave us 30 million that that he was asking for refund. I would refuse to. It wasn't 30 million, it was 60,000 for training. Okay. But then for what software? I would say, look, we don't do refund. We told you at the training when you were there. We don't do refund. It was verbally communicated. Okay. And all of you are hearing again. I don't do refund on trainings, coaching programs. I don't do refund. Again, somebody will say I didn't say it. I've said it verbally. The world is hearing. Okay. I don't do refund. It's my policy. Okay. I can't do refund on intellectual property. I can't do refund on my software. How can I do that? I've had people who got my videos. After they got the video, they went to burn it and return it and said they don't want it again. I've seen a lot. So before we came up with all these policies, we knew what we went through. So back to the story I was talking about, Joe. So I got this customer to do a transaction with our company. So they did SMS and they paid 30 million naira. And then after they paid the 30 million, I'm going to show you the transaction. After they paid the 30 million, they never got back to me again. For over a month, they did not do anything. They did not use the SMS at all. And I was afraid. Okay? I was afraid. This is the transaction. Let me see if you guys can see. I was very much afraid. And I learned a big lesson from there. And I want to teach you that lesson for those of you who are real entrepreneurs here. And I was afraid because the normal people who do 10,000, 20,000 always ask for refund. How much more 30 million? If you ask me for a refund of 30 million, my business is over. Literally over. Okay, because there's no way I can cough out 30 million again after, because I too buy the SMS from a European company. And once I pay them, they don't do refund. And I can't go and harass them like we do in Nigeria. Okay, over refund. They don't do refund. I know that already. Okay, they will tell me to keep my unit. I can use that some other time. Now, these people for 1 month. So I remember I had to start calling them. This is the 30 million transfer they did. I had to start calling them. I said, "Hello, sir. We don't do refund though. I noticed you have not used the SMS unit you bought." And they now say, "Mr. Stephen, we will use it at our convenience." I said, "I just want to tell you, I don't do refund." They said, "We're not asking for refund, Mr. Stephen." I said, "I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't do refund. I don't do refund." The second month again, I think it was at the end of the second month, they now eventually used that SMS unit. In fact, they eventually still left over 2 million units for me, and didn't even bother to use it again. And then I learned a big lesson, and I want to teach you that lesson today. Doing business with poor people is going to be one of the greatest headaches of your life. Okay? And poverty is mental. It's not fiscal. It's mental. It's a mental frame of work. It's the way you think. Okay? If you are not seeing yourself beyond a particular position, when you have some little money, you think that's all about your life. Your life is not about money. There are more valuable things than money. You have more things that are more important than money. And you don't need to spoil relationship over peanuts. Okay? So this company never asked for refund. And they were okay. And since that time, I no longer, today I tell people, if you are not doing transaction worth 20 million with our company, I'm not interested in talking to you. And people will say he's arrogant. I say, well, it's your opinion and you're entitled to it. Because I have realized that dealing with poor people, okay, poverty is a mental state. It's not a physical state. It's not about what's in your account. It's about your mental framework. The way you think, the way you assume things, the way money matter is so big to you, the way you can kill everybody once it comes to money. Even when they tell you their policies, you're not going to listen to it. You're not going to abide by it. My friend Dr. Peban also has a similar experience where he was using PayPal, and when he made his first $700,000 inside PayPal through one of the businesses we teach on the internet, to his surprise, PayPal blocked about 100,000. And PayPal is in his city. He's based in Omaha, Nebraska. Immediately he drove to PayPal, and was harassing them at the gate because they said to him, "We don't do customer care at the head office." You see, it's an African mindset. So he now said, "I'm a lawyer," and he's a lawyer. He's been called to bar in the US since 1997. So I was harassing them in PayPal head office in Omaha. "I'm a lawyer. I'm going to sue you guys." They said, "Are you a lawyer?" They said, "Hold on." Okay? They said, "Hold on." And then they went to call their own lawyer too. So the lawyer came out. I said, "Mr. Opi Banwo, right? So you said you have some funds, PayPal blocked." He said, "Did you read our article, Kiniko, on so website on Kiniko?" And say, "I didn't check it." He said, "Go check it, but you're a lawyer. If you're a lawyer, you should know that when you are trying to do business with any company, you should know their terms and conditions. You ask them if you should know. And it's on our website." And they said to him, they said, "Look, because sometimes some people charge back, and PayPal has a policy whereby when you are using their platform, they can refund anybody who makes payment in 30 days. Okay, so they keep that $100,000 for 30 days. They are going to block that money. If nobody asks for more money from you, then they release the money." He said, even though he's a lawyer, he had to carry, with shame, and drove back because they didn't even let him enter the office. They didn't even let him enter. I had similar experience too with Facebook. The day I visited Facebook head office, I felt that I've done more than 50,000 transactions with them. And I had some, sometimes Facebook just charge my account anyhow. So I told them I want to meet somebody. They told me they can't attend to me, that they don't do customer care. But I should put down my stuff on a piece of paper. Their lawyer will get back to me. Yes. Now, and that's okay. Can I take picture around? They say I can't even take picture in the premises of Facebook head office. True story. I'm going to post that picture soon. And I should go outside the gate, that they have a signboard outside the gate. I should go and take picture. Those of you who live in the US, you know this. Okay, so every company has their policies, they have their terms, they have their conditions, and they have the right to do so. If they don't do so, they will soon close business. In fact, I always tell people, it's part of what I teach in my entrepreneurship class. If you're a businessman, you don't have terms, you don't have conditions for your business, you're not in business, you're just doing charity. Okay, you must have terms, you must have conditions. There must be what you know, for whatever reason you're going to refund people, when you're not going to refund people, you must have your terms and conditions. Business is not sentiment, it's not emotion. Okay, it's not emotion, and it's not about, oh, we should be 60,000. Principles are principle. If you agree for a 60,000 today, then a 1 million tomorrow, then a 2 million tomorrow, then you will not have a company at all. Okay, you don't have a company at all. So, but I've realized that those who even do transaction in big volume, 30 million, 50 million, they don't even give you a headache, because before they got that money, they understand principles. They understand that company has terms. I mean, I was really embarrassed with this company that paid 30 million, because they kept telling Mr. Stevie, we are not applying for refund. But I remember I called them more than 5 times, telling them, use your SMS now. I will not refund you. I will not refund you. But they said, we are not asking for refund. But well, we've learned that lesson. Let's move on. So I'm going to play a video of one of our subscriber who has done real estate with us. Go ahead. Let me go back.
Hi folks, my name is Akintayo, and I'm going to be talking to you about investment. Are you thinking about buying lands in Lagos? GTEX Home is the answer. GTEX Home is very reliable, and they're very dependable. And they have various lands in various locations at Lagos, as far back as to Ogun State. They have Ibejuleke, Phase 1 and Phase 2, Burial, Phase 1 and Phase 2. They have Sapphire Estate. They have White House, Jasper Estate. And their prices are very flexible. They allow you to pay the money instrumentally.
Okay. This woman is based in, she's one of our, subscribers, very happy subscribers. She had to do a video for us. In fact, she won a plot of land in our 10th year anniversary promo. And she's the one hosting me in Minnesota for our real estate training there in Minnesota. Let me play a video for you, and then I share 4 principles and a roundup for the day.
Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba, said, "The worst people to serve are the poor people." Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba, said, "The worst people to serve are the poor people. Give them free, they think it's a trap. Tell them it's a small investment, they'll say can't earn much. Tell them to come in big, they'll say no money. Tell them try new things, they'll say no experience. Tell them it's traditional business, they'll say hard to do. Tell them it's a new business model, they'll say it's MLM. Tell them to run a shop, they'll say no freedom. Tell them to run a new business, they'll say no expertise. They do have some things in common. They love to ask Google, listen to friends who are as hopeless as them. They think more than a university professor and do less than a blind man. Just ask them, what can they do? They won't be able to answer you. My conclusion, instead of your heart beats faster, why not just act a bit faster? Instead of just thinking about it, why not do something about it? Poor people fail because of one common behavior. Their whole life is about waiting.
How many of you got value in that? If you got value from that, can you type, I've gotten value? Okay, can you type, I got value, I got value, I got value? If you got value from what I just shared, can you type, I got value? So let me share with you 4 principles to build your real estate empire. The first one, okay, look for a credible real estate company to market for. Okay, look for a what? A credible real estate company to market for. Okay, and when I say credible real estate company, like I said, is a function of, will they deliver? If they promise to give people land, will they give them the land? Okay.
Okay. Look for a credible real estate company.
Look for a credible real estate company market for. I had to look at
a credible real estate company.
I started marketing for a company like PropertyMart, LaShawn Link, and start getting, you know, small commission. There are a couple of things that experience did for me. Through that experience, I started learning really how real estate works. What is real estate? The value of real estate, the concepts, the principles around real estate. How do I set up my own real estate company? What are the policies I need to put in place? Because a lot of time we think that what helps us to succeed in business is money. It's not money. If you don't have good systems in place and you say you're an entrepreneur, that business will not last 1 year. That's why they say African businesses crash after every 3 years. Many of them don't crash just because maybe they didn't get money. Many of those businesses that crashed because many of the owners did not put principles in place, structures in place, strategies in place, policies in place. Okay? And once you don't have policies, you don't have strategies, you don't have structure, I mean, you're going to lose everything. Literally, you're going to lose everything. So it's important when you're doing business, it's not money you need, it's wisdom you need. You need to have worked with some companies. So one of the values you get, aside that you're able to make money that you can start using to build your own income, is also the fact that you know, when you are able to work for a credible real estate company, you get exposure. You know what things you need to put in place. You also know your rights as a business, as an entrepreneur, which is very, very important. You know, Nigeria is sometimes always like a jungle place where people just misbehave anyhow. Okay, and business owners don't know their rights. Customers too don't know their rights. Okay? Some businesses closed down. I remember somebody was sharing with me how businesses got destroyed over refund policies. And I told her, I said, why didn't you put a refund policy in place when you started your business? I didn't know that. So there's something called refund policy. My own was just that, you know, I should just start selling. I said, look, business is that way. Some people will say they are not interested for whatever reason. That's why Google has policy. Facebook has policy, even though what they're even offering you is free. If you see their policy book is as tall as this, right? So you need to focus on getting a credible company, start selling for them. In the process of selling, you are learning about the business more. 2, you are acquiring customers. Many of those who will buy from the company you are currently marketing for will still eventually buy from you when you eventually have your own real estate company. And it will be easier that time. Even when you are just starting, because they trusted you before, even when you are just starting, maybe you don't have money, you are just telling them they should invest with you or give you some cash money, they are still going to trust you enough to put in their money because they've had good experience with you. How many of you think this makes sense? If this is making sense, type it makes sense, it makes sense, it makes sense. Come on, guys, type it makes sense if you think what I'm saying is making sense. Those of you in Nigeria, you can wave your hand if you think you're enjoying this. So if you want to build your real estate empire with little or zero capital, the first thing you want to do is to look for a credible real estate company and sign up to sell for them. Okay, that's principle number 1. Sign up. Many of them have registration fees and all of that, but sign up immediately, get their flyers and start selling for them. I even brought some of our flyers here to the US. I have some. Thank you, Lagos. I brought some of our flyers. Some of those who joined me in Florida were able to get it yesterday. I mean, in Dallas. You know, I came to, they just brought the DHL package of our flyers and some of our t-shirts also. You can see the DHL box here. So I have some t-shirts to also give our marketers, those who register for the highest package and stuff like that. We have our brand ambassador is Messiah Ibe and Laura Ikeji and several other celebrities who are the representative of our company, okay, and who are those who are like the face of the business. So basically, it's important to look for a credible company like that and start marketing for them. So number 2, are you ready for number 2? If you are ready for number 2, type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Number 2 principle is to grow your sales. Nobody becomes wealthy in real estate if you do not grow capacity to sell. And one of the skills you can grow is online marketing. And that's the unique thing about GTS Homes, because everybody who join through us, we do lots of trainings about how to do online marketing, how to do trainings online, how to sell online, strategies to making sales online. We teach you how to use Facebook marketing, how to post on social media, and you need to learn that skill. Because nowadays, most of those who buy land, some of them are not even in Nigeria. Some of them in the UK, they're in Canada, they're in the US. And if you know how to connect with them on social media, it reduces your effort. So I see a lot of people who want to sell, and I'm thinking that if they want to sell very well, they need to be getting flyers, physical flyers, jumping here and there. No, most sales now are online. Most of my customers are online customers. You know, I've had customers who do transactions. In fact, the 30 million transaction I showed you about 4 years ago, I've never met that customer till today. Never, up to now. Most of my customers are online, and God has helped us. We've had good relationship, you know, with them. And so it's important to know that if you learn how to use social media, use Facebook, use what we call SEO, use blogging, you can grow your sales. You can get people buy from you who don't know you. Mrs. Fumi is there, who is one of the successful sellers. She joined our training last year, just like you're joining. Is Mrs. Fumi there? You know, can you wave your hand? Can you come towards the screen? Let people see you. In 1 year, Mrs. Fumi started learning how to sell real estate. The first 3 months, she made her first 400,000 in commission. By this following month, she made 800,000. By the December of last year, she made 1.9 million. Now she's making ×3 of her husband's salary, who is a top banker, who works in one of the top banks. Is Mrs. Fumi there? Can you come? Because I want my online audience to be able to see you. Okay, so she calls herself the super lady realtor. Can I allow you to speak for a moment? You know. Now she's making ×3 of her husband's salary, who is a top banker. Are you kidding me? There's no audio. Jesus.
All right. So for those of us making the payment now, let's leave the accountant behind there and we get that one done.
Wow.
Now,
Okay. Guys, I apologize. I heard you couldn't hear me. Let's have Mrs. Fumi share our experience quickly. Mr. Goke, can you hear me now? Wow, I didn't know you guys have not been hearing me for a long time. Mr. Goke, can you hear me now? Can we have Mrs. Fumi just share her story and we'll round up? Yes, let Mrs. Fumi share her story. We can hear you. I just muted.
No, she has shared her story already.
Oh, let her come again. We didn't hear on, so we didn't hear on Facebook. We didn't hear on Facebook. You know, we have an online audience. Yes, let Mrs. Fumi share her story. We can hear you. I just
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Fumi Odubi. I'm a realtor. I'm just a year on this job. And I tell you, it's been amazing. It's been fantastic. It's been awesome. Just like Mr. Stephen just shared with you guys, my first commission on this job, 400,000, second, 800,000, you know. In December, I made 1.9, you know, 500,000. It goes on and on like that, you know. When it comes to real estate, you can never go wrong, you know. It's good. I want to encourage each and every one of us that want to be part of this. Just go ahead and do it. I'll say just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And you'll never regret it. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, great. Very simple. The simple difference is this. Now, the simple difference is this. He said, for you to qualify to earn aside your normal sales bonus, referral bonuses, and other stuff, the company also has what we call incentives for you. The company says, whichever way, either 5,000 naira, 20,000 naira, or 47,000 naira that you recruit, all of them cumulated together. If you're able to bring 50 people, right, you are qualified for a brand new tag, right? The same thing, the company now says, okay, fine, but if you are coming on board with 47,000 naira, instead of you needing 50 people to get a brand new car, it reduces it by what? By half. So all what you just need is that with 25 people, you are qualified for that car. So what the 47,000 naira does for you is it reduces the requirements by what? By half. But you still get the same, bonuses and all of that. But the only thing there is that it cuts the short, the journey short for you by half. Does that answer the question now? Oh, great. Now, the other aspect again is that we said if you're paying 5,000 naira only, you won't enjoy the digital training. But if you're coming on board with either of these two, you will qualify for the digital training. The only thing that does differentiate the 47,000 naira to the 20,000 naira is that it reduces your level of work that you need to do by half. Have I complicated, man? Sure, it's instant. For instance, if you're getting started right now, we have the training launch schedule. We have it every Thursday in the office. So for everybody that are signing up on any of this platform right now, you'll be scheduled for the training. And if for any reason you miss any particular Thursday, at times we have to stream it online. Just send you the ID so that you can also view it online, or you come back for subsequent training. It's an ongoing thing. You know, like I told you, for those of you that do not really know digital very well, our core himself is digital marketing. And you know, if you master the art of digital marketing very well, you don't only use it to sell your real estate. You can also use it to sell every other thing. So we're actually opening you to a very large platform on its own. But the one reason why we're taking you through this digital marketing is very simple. Because we are going to be selling our product, which is our land. We need it to be very, very acute, because the fact remains that there are several sales agents out there. So what gives you an edge is that digital marketing that we're going to be exposing you to. And I gave us an example of some people that came 10 weeks ago, and we're able to make them do practical right there in the office. And in less than 2 hours, they have about 100% joining them on the WhatsApp presentation. Okay. You understand? So that's the difference. Is that clear now? Okay. Let me take.
My question is, I joined with the 5,000 platform, can I still switch to digital?
Great. Answer is very simple. You can migrate. You can migrate that. It's possible. Well, you know one thing, like I will always use the word of the MD. It is still obtainable now, but tomorrow it might not be obtainable. But I'm just being frank with you, because there's something about us, I mean, the policy of the company, which also synchronizes my own policy as well. We don't need to call K2 as any other thing. We have to call it the way it is. So as it is right now, you can still migrate, but the situation can change tomorrow, you might not. But we can still migrate. That's how I'll say it for that. It's actually, you know what I'm that special report. I'm a little happy with you.
Yeah, my question is respect of the land. When you buy a land in this place, you get determine the kind of structure you have control of maybe what I call it the estate conditions to live in that estate. Those are things.
Oh, great. We are not bringing up tenants landlord. Because we don't give you conditions. We are not giving tenant landlord. If you are building, apply any of our.
Those of you watching us, we have a live presentation live in Lagos Protea Hotel, and we're just also streaming that live. So this has been a hybrid event. We're streaming from Lagos and we're also streaming from here. I know, some of you have had challenges being able to hear very well from the Lagos office, but some of the questions are very important to know. Okay. And
what to do in that land. Let's say so we have specifications. So we are on top of everyone who wants to design building and erect it on our land. Why? Because we want to be able to control what you build, the quality you build to the land, so that we do not go against the legal stakeholders group, and also and control of land within material. So sometimes we notice that some people also build poor contractors and do poor jobs, right? But we are dealing with large manufacturers, Lafarge and something Lafarge and something like Lafarge is from January. So we have.
Let's say something. Yes. Lagos, can you guys hear me? Lagos, can you guys hear me? Hello, Lagos, can you guys hear me? Lagos, can you guys hear me? Okay, so I want to give a bonus to everyone who is joining the 47,000 package today. everyone who is joining 47,000 package today. I have a couple of books here. Let me show you some of the books I've been able to author. And I'm going to give you opportunity to get them for free. Okay, so if you go to Amazon.com, this is just a bonus. I have 33 books on Amazon. Just go to Amazon.com. Let me see if you guys can see my screen. Can you see my screen now? So for those who are joining to be our marketers today, if you go to Amazon.com, Akintayo, okay, you will see my 33 books. Out of these 33 books, pick any 5 you desire, and it is freely yours. Of course, the price of the 5 is more than even the 47,000. But I'm giving as a bonus just to encourage those of you who are making payment immediately. But this is only for those of you who want to join us. For those who are watching on Facebook, if you want to know how to become one of our marketers, just send me an inbox message or do a mail to info@StephenAkintayo.com. Okay, send me an inbox message or do an email to info@StephenAkintayo.com. And so just go pick. And again, I don't want this to become another issue. This is what you guys are going to do for me, the office team that are there. Everyone who pay, maybe you should send them a mail and still explain this thing I've just said. Because I realize that sometimes when we have trainings like this, people don't pick it. We are not going to send you this book. You come here, Amazon.com, look for any 5 books you want, save the image, then send us a mail to info@gtshome.com that you paid for the 5,000 and the bonus 5 books you want us to send to you are the following 5 books, and then we will now mail it to you. But if you don't send us a mail of which of the books you want, there's no way we can help, because all these books, like I have shown you, all these there are 33 books, so I can't know which 5 most interest you, right? And you can see them on Amazon. Some are going for $27, $47, $48, and all of that, but you are able to get it right away. So this is a bonus I'm giving those of you who are joining us today, just to encourage you and to appreciate you for joining us today. Thank you, and God bless you. We have another training coming up on mini importation. Those of you who are interested, I encourage you to wait. After the class, I, Stephen Akintayo, will still be, when we have a man by the name William A, who is going to be. And once William is done, I am now going to train you guys today on mini importation. You know, it's part of the businesses which is about 12 businesses you can do on the internet and make good income for yourself. But unfortunately, people have not appreciated it. It's those who you are trying to do those training for that will now pay, little amount, say they want their money back, and, start giving you a headache. But I'm not going to give up. We have been able to empower hundreds of thousands of people who are millionaires today. Miss Fumi is there. Several people who are even in that room can testify of how, if not for what we taught them, they wouldn't have been where they are today. So, but we'll keep at it. We won't be discouraged. Abi, or should we stop? Should we stop? We just did a training at Protea Hotel. It's free. We're not forcing you to join anything. You can still walk away, but we spend money. The cost of that hall you are seeing is $250,000, publicity and all of that, so we spend our money, do trainings for free at even prestigious hotel. For us is, if we can afford it, why not add value? Those whose life can turn around, we will be glad to hear their testimony in future, because you are not a success until you are able to raise other successes, until God is able to use you to raise other people who are successful. That's really when you know that you are successful. I want to thank you all. God bless you, and bye-bye.
Are able to raise other successes. Until God is able to use you to raise other people who are successful. That's really when you know that you are successful. I want to thank you all. God bless you, and bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let's run on with our questions. For those of us that want to find out, you can be like that. We'll get it from the GM result. They're going to be giving you 5 copies for free. So if you have the opportunity, don't go behind there. Let the account there and make your transfer. I'm taking our question the other time. Someone was breaking up the chat then. Okay. Okay. So I believe your question was well answered. Okay, so I'm sorry.
The subscription.
All right, sir.
Still on that 20,000 subscription.
Okay.
Does that mean the condition for that 20,000 is the same with 9,000, except the start trading?
Right, sir. Like I said, it's all the digital trade that you practice. You're right. Have you been able to pay? Okay, Mr. Zeke.
Sorry, I think I missed it when you were saying something.
Oh, great, great. All right. Now, this is only applicable to those that are making payment right now, which you fall into. Now, he said it's going to give you 5 books. Now, all what you don't need to do is go to Amazon.com, look at for Akintayo, then click on all the 5 books that you want there. You send it to the what's the email? The company email. Yeah. Okay, info@architects.com. Then you send the 5 books that you want there, then it's going to be sent to your email. Did you get that? The first thing you do is that you go to Amazon, look up for Akintayo, click on the 5 books that you want, then you now send it to to our email, info@architects.com. Then you get the 5 books. Okay.
Anybody has subscribed to it?
Huh?
Any platform?
Yes, yes. No, sorry, between the one for 47. Okay. So I think we are done right now. We're going to become the mini importation is going to be starting.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to differentiate between 5,000 and 20,000 and 40,000. The digital marketing training for Facebook is normally worth about 100,000. So we always try to encourage our real estate ambassadors to be able to sell for us from them. So now that we actually included them to 20,000 and 47,000 package as a bonus. But in case you're not interested in selling our estate for us, I'm going to give you a discount of 50% for the social media training. So in case you're interested, you pay some 50,000 to our account. Or for other incentives, I'm actually trying to advise you to upgrade from this 5,000 package because the social media training is actually a very, very critical part of this. Because you think that you know what Facebook is, but what Facebook shows you is the front end. I'm going to show you the back end of Facebook. We can manipulate. Because I'm sure some of you just going around your Facebook and just see the show. And they ask for the show to show to you. Maybe something you like the show for. But say Facebook store that information. So whenever you're on Facebook, but one day you become like everyone like the show. Those are the kind of things we show you where you can manipulate your audience to purchase from you. Some people may not know which is text only. But you can be on your house and you just see our training or our advertisement. Our marketing has gotten into that as well. So this social media masterclass, I encourage you to try or do your own for it. So you can get your normal business, some of you that have stores, shops, you have to pay the Facebook. You wait for the main information masterclass, it's going to explain that to you as well. So I like to look at the 20,000 or 10,000.
So we will very also that once you create room for the video completion, we're going to be going on video for like 10 to 5 minutes when now we compile back to the video completion class. So before then, if you want to ask the question, then you will see it around here. Okay. People, everybody's excited. So let's do the next 10 minutes to get prepared for the meeting. Let's just answer the question for the next 10 minutes. Thank you very much.